Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to Dear Sybersue. I'm Susan McCord. Being authentic is the key to having a genuine connection with somebody. When you're upfront and honest about who you are, and it's reciprocated, this is a great first date. Unfortunately today, a lot of people are not being authentic with who they are. They're lying on their dating sites about their age, their weight, all sorts of things. And when you do meet up in person with someone who you've looked at their profile and it says a completely different story to who they are, you start to lose faith in dating. What is the point in going out there when everybody's fabricating stories about who they are? With people lying and embellishing traits and things about who they are, it's causing dating to take on a completely different persona. There's not a lot of reality that's going with it anymore, so people are giving up. They're saying, what is the point in going out there and meeting the same type of fake people all the time? When you are genuine about who you are, you're confident. And that comes across in a big way. People don't understand that. They think that they have to be somebody else to look good in their eyes. We all have great qualities. We just have to put them forth. And sometimes we get fearful of that. We're not sure how we come across to others, so we put on a different outlook. Being real builds a trust with people you're dating. Is showing confidence that you're okay with who you are without having to edit who you are. Everyone has the ability to feel this way, but unfortunately it doesn't always happen because we get a little nervous when we're meeting new people. We go on a date and maybe we haven't dated for a long time and we're just out of our element. So we put on a bit of a different feel to who we really are to try to win people over. If you want to win somebody over, be yourself, because if you're looking for a potential partnership, you want to have somebody who's also authentic to who they are, so that when you meet up, there's not a lot of awkwardness, there's not a lot of questions, because you're both very comfortable in your own skin. You're not afraid to be yourself. So many people are scared to show the world who they are. Everybody has great qualities. So this fear is actually what's kind of changing the dating scenario now. People feel they have to be someone they're not, and it isn't true. There's just too much stuff out there right now on social media where how you have to look, how you have to act. It doesn't work that way in dating if you're looking for somebody to be with long term. If you're not real, you're going to get found out because this happens pretty much all the time. It's really difficult to be somebody else for too long. When you're yourself, it's a natural progression. You let a little bit of yourself out every time you see someone, or the person that you're dating. And so then it starts to grow in a genuine, natural place so that you feel good with each other. When you show up as your true self, you will start to attract people who are compatible with you because you're sending out signs and energy that brings those people towards you. When you're pretentious about who you are, you're going to probably bring similar people to you because you're not being who you are. You're being somebody else. So how are you going to attract the right person toward you when you don't even know who you are? So how do you know if someone's being authentic with you? Their actions match their words. They make everything happen that they say they're going to. They follow through on everything. They're not afraid to text you after the date and tell you they had a good time and plan another date for the future. There's no questions that are really deep with them because you're on a similar page where you communicate in a reciprocated manner. You both understand what's important here. When you're first meeting somebody, you understand that you have to have a lot of comparable values, goals, and things like that. There will be a respectful consistency with them when you see them. You won't be sitting there being surprised by their behavior. They treat you and everyone around them with respect. There's a kindness to them. They will also tell you very clearly what they're looking for. They don't have a problem showing you transparency and being a little vulnerable. One of the best things about being real with each other, you don't have a lot of confusion after the date or even during the date because you're straightforward with each other. There's no hidden agenda. There's no pretense. You ask each other a question and you answer it honestly. This is the thing to look for. And when you go home that night, do you feel good about what happened on that date? Did they tell you they'd like to see you again? And did you offer the same back to them? When you're on a really good path with somebody because you're both being authentic to who you are, it really flows smoothly. There just seems to be a naturalness to it. It is very important to have boundaries when you're dating and ask the questions you really want the answers to. There's nothing wrong with asking them what they're looking for. Do they want a committed relationship? Are they happy dating right now? What is it that they want? And be honest about what you want too. Because if they're just out to have a good time because they're just out of a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. It just might not be what you're looking for at that time frame. But really hear what they say. Because when somebody is authentic, they will be honest about what they're looking for. So hear them. And that is probably one of the most important things you can do on a date is to really listen to what goes on in the conversation. What are they telling you? What are they looking for? The rule of thumb, if you feel uncomfortable, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of unanswered questions, you're not really sure who they are after the end of the date, you're not in alignment with each other. Don't spend too much time hoping for something to happen. Talk to the right people, date the right people, where you have similar goals and things that you want to happen in your future. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dear Sybersue today. Please click like on the video. Any comments you have, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.